Are you making these 5 costly mistakes as a new options trader? Trust me, I've been there, and it's painful. I blew over $120,000 in my first year trading options. But after years of refining my strategy, I've found the top mistakes new traders make, and more importantly, how to avoid them. In this video, I'll walk you through these specific pitfalls so you can start making $7,000 to $30,000 a month in just 1 hour a day without the setbacks. So let's dive right into it. Mistake number 1, trading without a strategy. When I first started, I was jumping into trades based on gut feelings, hype, and tips from forums. Within months, I lost over $30,000. I learned the hard way that without a plan, you're gambling and not trading. Buckle down and focus on a set strategy. Start unfollowing YouTubers that show you flashy cars and huge wins. Instead, find YouTubers who have low budget for content creation and are really focusing on providing value. Build yourself a checklist of entry and exit. If the checklist does not present itself, then you simply don't take the trade. This is what separates an A+ setup from a mediocre setup. Regardless of what strategy or trading style you decide to pursue, always remember to track. If you do not track your trades or data, how are you going to know 1, whether or not the strategy works, 2, what you need to work on as a trader, and 3, how you are performing against the current market conditions and if a pivot or change is needed? Mistake number 2 is ignoring risk management. In my first year, I'd risk large portion of my account on single trades, hoping for big wins to recover big losses. All I did was make things even worse. This is probably the only reason why 99% of traders blow up their accounts. So many times I speak and ask them, how much are you willing to lose in a single trade? They tell me, about 300. So then I say, great. Now let's say you're having a bad day and you take 4 trades and all 4 are losers. Are you still okay with walking away from the computer with $1,200 loss without being emotional? Then the conversation totally changes. Sometimes the 300 is all they can stomach for the entire day. So that really means maybe they can only stomach to lose $100 per trade. So they have skin in the game to take 3 trades per day. Risk management also does not mean that you always take 1 contract. So many people get this part wrong too. 1 contract isn't doing yourself a favor or managing risk. Remember, 1 contract on Tesla could be $2,000 per contract, which means 20% loss is a $400 loss in one shot. But 1 contract of Roku could be $200 in position size, which means 20% loss would be $20. You catch my drift? Position size should be based on dollar amount and not the number of contracts. Mistake number 3 is over trading. I personally used to think that trading more meant making more money. Instead, all I did was lose more money. It took 3 years to realize that quality beats quantity. Another important aspect of a mature, profitable trader is knowing that you do not have to trade all day. In fact, the more time you spend on the computer, the more chances of the market taking money from you. You should only spend 1 hour a day trading. If you want to learn exactly how me and my students make $20,000 to $40,000 per month trading only 1 hour a day, just simply click the link down below. Now, preferably, the 1 hour should be in the first hour. Why? Because it's a proven fact that 90% of successful traders are profitable in the first hour of the market open. It's really that simple. Mistake number 4, letting emotions control trades. I'd get so frustrated after a losing streak that I'd revenge trade, trying to make my money back. Those were some of my biggest losses. As humans, we naturally are hard on ourselves when it comes to accepting loss or failure. But this is also where tracking your trades is very important. The more you track, the more you will realize that taking smaller losses here and there is simply part of the game. It does not make sense to lose and give back 3 months of profits because we are stubborn and can't accept a loss in 1 trade. But no one can preach this to you. This is something you will eventually have to overcome, and there isn't any videos or books you can read to fix this in you. This is personal. But always remember these 2 quotes. Insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. And my most recent favorite one is, change only happens when the pain of staying the same surpasses the pain of change. Now rewind this video and listen to that again. Mistake number 5, failing to educate yourself. After my first losses, I knew I needed help and proper mentorship. It was only then that I started seeing real progress. In life, you can do things 2 ways. We can do a trial and error and try to learn and master things on our own, which is 1000% doable, but it will cost us time and money. In my example, it took me 4 years to break even and a whopping $100,000 in losses. Or we can find the right education platform or mentor to teach us and thus expedite the learning curve and minimize losses significantly. The education industry is booming and constantly growing to this date, not because it doesn't work, but because it does exactly what I just said, teaches you in fraction of the time and prevents huge losses to incur. So find yourself a proper mentor. It does not have to be me, but sit down with them and let them teach you. Now, if you're ready to avoid these costly mistakes and fast track your path to making $7,000 to $30,000 a month with just 1 hour of trading each day, then click the link below. Book a call to see if you qualify for my one-on-one mentorship with me personally, where I'll guide you step by step to trading success. Now, if you're just starting out and not ready for that, simply watch this free video right here to improve your skills immediately.